Hello there, Jim. Julie. Hi, Simon. How are you? I am doing better. Now I'm doing rehab. Yes, I'm doing what they call rehab. Not for the drinking, mind you. Hey, I'm not on the lagging. But I'm going to the gym twice a week. Apparently, it's to learn how to control your breathing. And they give you like exercises down the gym. And then they give you a talk on how your lungs work. Hello, Julie. So now I've been doing that for a couple of weeks. Well, this is my second week. I feel a bit better. I'm doing a bit of weightlifting. Uh, the other stuff is boring. Well, if, I'm pink raving. If I wanted to learn biology, I'd go to night school, and learn biology. But like they teach things how your lungs work, you know. So I've named this Ask Me a Question, I'll tell you no lies. Uh, as you know, I watch a load of people, and I was watching. Uh, uh, I watched Beardo, and he goes on about how good Stoke and Trent Paranormal are, and I've never really watched them. So today I thought I'd watch them, and as you all know, Beardo is a debunking channel. All right. Now, I've asked him a couple of questions before, and he's never answered me. Uh, he's totally ignored me, which is fine, you know, because if anything I've got to say to him, because I know he doesn't want to speak to me, I'll just make a bloody video, you know, and I'll show him all his mistakes. It's that simple, you know. Because he said it's a truthful channel. If it's a truthful channel, why doesn't he answer me? But that's by the by, you know. Uh, well, I think I've still got it on my desktop. Yeah, I was watching Stoke on Trent Paranormal, and I got this medium on there, this woman, and I was watching her, and she was saying like this girl was saying my house is haunted and that, and she was telling us that she's seen a little girl on the stairs about her daughter's age, and her daughter's age was I can only guess about 6 or something like that, maybe younger. I don't really know because we didn't see a daughter. But like all the kids were small, and she says that they've all got stair gates on like the doors, I think. So anyway, this medium says something to her about this kid on the stairs, and she says to the girl, I thought, well, that's quite interesting. She's got that right. So there's a girl at the top. And then she went, she's 9. And I thought to myself, like, well, that contradicts what the girl was saying, but the girl didn't say anything. She says, the medium said, is that right? Kind of thing. She's looking at her and, and I thought, right, you know, even Stoke-on-Trent, you know, even because she's a part of the team, should have said something, I think, you know. No, you're right, there's a girl on the stairs, but I don't think she's 9, she's probably 6. You know. And then she was going on about there's a woman in the house. And she kept saying, this woman's connected to you, my love, meaning the other woman. You know, she's here for you. She's here to like give you a kick up the arse. And this girl's looking a bit puzzled or whatever. Anyway, she brings out a name. You know, this girl doesn't know anything. But a boyfriend says something about this medium, about what the medium was saying to this woman, about this woman, like, ghost spirit, whatever she is. Straight away, she went, oh, it's connected to you. And I thought, what a load of baloney. 1 minute you're telling us that she's connected to this girl, and then the next minute you're telling us that it's connected to him. That, as good as Stoke-on-Trent is, you know, they should have said something. They should have said, well, actually, you know, I think you got that wrong, but nothing is said. So to me, personally, they're not incredible. You know, if anybody else enjoys it, then they can enjoy it. But to me, it spoils it for me because it's not credible. 1 minute she's saying it's the girls, something to do with the girl, and she's there to kick ass. Do you understand what I'm saying? And the girl's going, yes, yes, yes. And then the next minute she's saying, oh no, it's to the lad. Do you understand what I'm saying? And he's saying, yes, yes. So what's this about Mr. No Sense? I remember John Sixon isn't even a medium. He's just an extra large. So, I think I've still got the video file. I'll share my entire screen. And I think this is it. Help me, my ass is haunted.
Switched on, switched off. Just.
So, see if we can just get it where. Oh, and by the way, this is 2 years old, this video.
Kettle switched on, switched off. Just kept no notes of it. I didn't want to interact with nothing, sort of thing. And then I had my living room, and then my kitchen, and then my bathroom. And clear as day, there was a man, tallish, glasses, longish hair, grey, stood in the doorway of my toilet. And I froze. I just froze. And then, gone. Yeah, little bits happened, sort of thing. I moved back in with mum, and then found out I was pregnant with my little boy. Now it was very stressful with him. I kept it all a secret because through what I was going through, it was very hectic, so to speak. And that's when stuff started happening a bit more. When I was crying, things touched me back, touched my leg. I just didn't know, sorry. I know something's there, but I don't know what. I just think, oh yeah, it could be my nanny. I found the nanny sort of thing, because I've never actually gone to that far.
Now, I'll just stop it there. Now, just look at her eyes. Does she look like she's got a black eye?
Party. Right, I'm going to get some alcohol. Tell me what these things are. Knocking on doors, on walls. Loud taps, like on my cupboard doors in the kitchen, stuff like that, and then a spoon would fall off the side. I just laugh because I don't want them to know that I'm scared because I'm not scared of them, sort of thing. Because then that's when we start playing more games, and I ain't done with that. Me, little boy and little girl were in this room, and they were playing. I went upstairs, tied up, and clear as day, stood at the top of my landing with a little girl, about 3 years old, would have been roughly been.
There you go, about 3 year old. There's a little girl at the top of the stairs. She's about 3 year old.
The height, same height as my daughter, long hair, and she's then white. She smiled, disappeared. Before my eyes.
Right. So now here's the medium. Now listen to what the medium has to say.
Hi. There's a woman. I'm not going. Yeah, definitely. There could possibly be a child on the stairs.
See, and I thought, wow, at that stage, I thought, wow, God, she knows. Right, and then this.
Girl about the age of 9.
The age of 9, right? She's already told you she's seen a girl at the top of the stairs, 3 year old. The medium's come out with, I see a girl at the top of the stairs, she's 9. All right. Now, Stoke-on-Trent know what this girl had said, but I've never said a word to her.
If that makes... I don't know if you know anything about this, but there's a woman here. She's got short hair, like a mousy brown.
Step in it.
Yeah, definitely, 110%.
You see, and no one said to her, you're right about the girl, but you're wrong about the age, you know, because, like say, that Hazel says she was 3 year old. Now, all right, if you're an incredible team, you would say something to the medium. You know, you would say, yes, you've got it right. Here's a girl at the top of the stairs, but she's 3. Maybe the medium says, well, I see her as 9 year old. She must have grown up a bit, whatever, I don't know. But I see her as 9 year old. But if you're an incredible person that's after the truth, you would say something. And they don't say anything. So to me, and it's just my honest opinion, that I won't watch them because I don't think they're credible. Because if there was, they would have said something.
Does that ring true to you? Anything, you know? Yeah, she's definitely... She's playing you up. There's been something's happened in the family.
Look, she looks puzzled.
Something's happened recently. And she's coming back, she's saying to basically kick a few horses. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, just about.
Yeah.
And you're going to remember this, what she's answering. Does that sound about right? She's going, yeah, it's about right, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So you want his contact? Do you want to see if we can get any contact then? Conduct an investigation to see if we can get anything. Thinking of using that app I've got on my phone, see if we can get a stick. Because I feel that little girl's constantly on them stairs. I think she died in the 70s, the 60s, the 70s. Why's your face gone like that?
It's just something my mum said earlier.
Oh, right. Because if you feel like you need to say anything, you know, you can say something.
No,
but yeah, I feel like she died.
Well, I'm definitely saying something. I'm definitely saying something. Is that a pirate shadow? Is that a shadow of a pirate?
I do feel like this is all connected to you, though. It's that whatever's in.
Or is it Captain Pugwash? You know, look at this shadow there. near the TV, if it is a TV.
He is following you.
Can I just show Mark something?
Right, yeah, what she says, it's following her. Right,
Yeah.
let's see if I can.
See if we can get some contact then, eh?
Yeah.
Your dogs go off for no reason, don't they?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Not all the time.
No. But they do go off for some reason.
So everything Barbara says it's related, hasn't it?
See, now on that leading question, your dogs go off. You know, like she was going to say, like, all the time. And then she says, no, not all the time. Then she goes, yes, but they do go off. You know, like leading the questions, trying to make us believe. You know, dogs bark. And I believe dogs are sensitive to spirits. But like I say, she's leading into the answers and stuff like that.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, it's like obviously my dog in there, Rocks. Obviously I've had it from a pup.
Yeah.
Obviously previous to me being with Hazel.
Yeah.
I've obviously watched her grow up and stuff, and
She knew this woman?
and stuff. No, it was she's never barked or anything like randomly. She's always been dead calm and placid. But ever since she come back to me here,
That's
just
when it's
living here at the house, every so often, like no one will be at the door. They bark if someone's at the door, but like we'll just be sitting here. There'll be no sound, nothing. No
Yeah,
sound.
that's what
She'll
I
just
meant.
bark out of
Yeah,
nowhere.
go off, yeah.
But she'll just do one quick
It's that
bark.
woman.
Yeah. So,
It's that woman. There's definitely been something that I don't really wish to say on camera
step in
Well,
also.
because obviously it's your own personal thing. This is something if I was doing your own reading or whatever, we'd discuss in
Yeah.
private, so we won't put that on. But I know she's here because something's happened. And she's come for a kick up the arse, she's saying. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I've just had the name Penny, Jenny, something like that. That could be associated with the little girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. And this woman with the short hair, I've got she had something to do with the church. Don't think she went church, but she did something there.
Can you see where she's saying, like, she had something to do with the church? And then she's like, the girl's saying, like, being quiet as if, like, puzzled. She's looking at her, look, puzzled. Well, I'm not saying she's. This is what gets me with mediums.
Was it in a script? I don't. She had something to do with this church. I don't know whether it was. Anyway. She helped her to clean. She did something for a church. That's what I've just picked up on, like a cleaner or something.
My nan did.
Did she?
They hear that? My nan did. Right? So this woman that's going to that girl, that's like supposed to like have something to do with this girl. Now, listen to what she has to say.
Did she have short hair?
Yeah.
This could be her then. Yeah. Mousy. Very slim face.
Yeah.
She's actually thinking about it, looks a bit like you. Is that true?
I bet, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's who's here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I said didn't I, when I studied here before really, it's something to do with
Yeah.
you two. So it's definitely her.
No, you never said something to do with me then to at all. You said it was something to do with that girl. Nothing to do with the other one.
She's here because something's happened recently and she's giving a kick up the arse.
There you go. So she's not referring to another spirit. She's referring to the spirit that's supposed to be with this girl. But now she's changed her mind and she's going that the spirit is something to do with him. Now, Ghost on Trent, I'm not saying a bloody word. Like, hang on a minute, you just said the spirit belongs to this girl, and now you've changed your mind and it's to him. You know, so are we credible? Oh shit, have I just turned you off? No. Oh, thank God for that. So what do you reckon to that then? You see, oh. And this is where, like, when people shout other people out, you know, I do it. I'll say the Ouija brothers are good. You know, they debunk and that. And I do think Stoke-on-Trent, they're very good investigators, but I don't think the medium is very good. And that's just my honest opinion. You know, I don't think the medium is that good at all. She got it completely wrong. Stoke-on-Trent didn't pull up about it. And if you're a paranormal investigator, I think it's your job to say, hang on a minute, love. You know, I think that's wrong. She, like I said the girl was 9 and the other woman said she was 3. And I'm sure, think like there might be some good mediums out there. You know, if you believe in aliens and stuff like that, and the creatures that come through from another world, and if you believe like the Egyptians, where they show like skeletons with elongated brains, and that they spoke to each other in telepathic and things like that. So I'm sure there is good, proper mediums out there. You know, because if all these like UFOs fanatics and conspiracy theories, like we've all got alien DNA, haven't we? We've all got alien DNA. And if aliens are out there, like saying the telepathic, you know, maybe they can speak to the dead. I just don't know. Oh, I've only just seen that. Exploring with after. Hey up, John. Trying to make it fit. Yeah, I've been to the gym today as well. And the doctors give me some new tablets for my knees that are working much better. So they're not hurting so much. And like I say, I've only done a couple of weeks at the gym and I feel a lot better. I'll see you, Julie. So nobody's really asked me a question. Well, ask me a question and I'll tell you no lies. You know, the only person that sent me a question was Jilly. When she says, "Hi Simon, how are you?" That's a question, you know, so I answered it. Oh. I'm just going reading the chat. Oh, here's another thing. Beardo made a video about it's got a copyright strike. Somebody asked him to have a look at the video, and then says he didn't like his answer, so it's copyrighted him. You know, that's got to be funny, isn't it? That's got to be funny. Come and look at my video. Yeah, I don't like your answer. I'm going to copyright you. You know, so he's not happy about that. And that's the problem now, right? This is why I don't make any videos anymore. You know, I want to. I make them privately for myself, and then I don't put them on. You know, knock you off. Let me minimise it. So if I've got any that no, they're the complete videos. I've deleted them. Yeah, I think I've deleted them. Yeah, I do make the videos, but then I think when I go to ready for the upload, I think, nah, I can't upload it. They'll copyright me, so it's just a waste of time. But they just hang themselves anyway, don't they? What you had for your tea? I had about 6 chips and a pizza. And before I started drinking, I was debating whether I should go and get a nice greasy kebab. You know, now I'm doing healthy things like going to the gym. I thought, like, you know, you've done well this week. Only 2 days at the gym, mind you, but you've done well. Go and treat yourself to a nice kebab. A nice greasy kebab. Put the calories back on. But then I thought, now I've had this pizza in the freezer for about 3 weeks. So I'll go and eat the pizza. What's that? No, the medium is making a statement for it. I tell you, there must be some people out there that are very good mediums, you know, because like I says, you know, some people believe like we come from ancient aliens. How could we make the pyramids like we've made them, and how can we do this and do that? And they believe like and they found skeletons with elongated heads that are, the brains are much bigger than the skeletons. You know, and they say they were telepathic and all that. You know, so in all that, we must have DNA in our blood, you know, from these aliens. We must have, you know. And if that is right, then, you know, we must have some very good mediums out there. And it's like that woman from Stoke-on-Trent when she picked up on the little girl, you know, she didn't get her age right, but she did pick up on it. And I've watched her on some other videos that she's got quite right. You know, she's made mistakes again. But maybe she is picking up, you know, that she picked up that little girl. But because she said more things wrong than what she got right, you know, we slag her off. Do we have a right to slag her off? Sometimes I think no. But then other times I think, well, yeah, we do. You know, but maybe she has got a bit of a spiritual insight. you know, I believe Stoke-on-Trent when they said she's never been to that house, and that was the first time she's ever went in. And it's like me, when I go into a place, I feel things. And then I think, like, I don't really want to say I'm on camera just in case I'm wrong, in case I make a fool of myself. So I try not to say them, you know, but then, like I say in private, when I speak to Lindsay and John, I will say things. But I try not to say them, like, because I realise that I can get things wrong. But it's just what I feel. And I feel that with some mediums, they do get it right. Unless you got a certain name, you know, with certain awards. Do you get a reward for lying? You know, welcome to the greatest storyteller. The Liars International Conference has just begun, and we're giving out the awards for the best lies. You know, that maybe we should do that, shouldn't we? Maybe we should start an international award for the greatest storytellers. And then we can come out with what did he say? I might have told a few. He didn't say untruths, did he? I can't remember what he says. Did he say I might have exaggerated a bit or something? Because that made me laugh. You know, because he is just a complete and utter plonk. And I can say what I like about him, and he can't copyright my video because it's live. So he can't claim it's his. He can't shut me down. So anybody else got any questions? You know, there's 11 people in. You know, let's have a bit of a community response. Hey, I'm back. I had to shoot off. Not your mouth. I had to shoot off. Hey, not your mouth. Oh, my camera's going in and out. Oh, it's spooky, that is. Ghosts. All day, I've had my joysticks going. Oh, it's coming now. You can't see it, the smoke. And it's been blowing this way. And then now I'm live, it's hardly blowing this way. I thought, I'm hot again. Oh. Stripping, doing the full Monty. Hey, swap one pew before another one. Hey. Oh. That's a bit better. So anybody else got anything to say? Apart from Arnold Schwarzenegger? Hey, I'm back. And I've noticed something as well, you know, that I start little crazes, like people are using rants now. You know, I watched Beardo and he's saying I'm having a rant. So I made a little video, like I've deleted it. You know, I was just messing around saying, Beardo, you can't use rant. You know, I'm the king of the rants, not you. You know. And then John Sixcent says rants, doesn't he? And I just think, I said, any of these people got any intelligence? You know, instead of like using other people's words, like these YouTubers do, and I'm one of them. I'm one of them. You know, they're drinking on here now, aren't they? Even Beano, I saw him with a little short. He had a little short glass, like, you know, about up to here. Not a man yet. He's not a man yet. You know, like a big glass. And then he'll tell us he had black currant juice in it. I wasn't drinking. I was just drinking a bit of black currant juice. You know, but like, and I've seen that Jojo drinker wine. Who else did I see drinking on here? I've seen a couple of people now start drinking on here. You know, and I think, do I start this craze on? I did. I answered, you're back. I answered, I didn't answer the Tooth Fairy one. But I answered one of them, and then I answered, you're back. So yeah, I did answer two of yours. Oh, this is that psoriasis, whatever it is. Oh, bloody. Just your head in. I messaged a guy today. It comes from Ilkeston. It's a medium. And I thought, I'll see if he's into ghost hunting, see if he like, wants to go out. So, what was it? I sent him this message. I put, do you ever go out ghost hunting? He says, I do occasionally. It's a real passion of mine, but hard to find a team to put together. So I put, well, if you want, well, if you've got any interesting places to go, I would like to go with you. I'm in Derby, not too far from you. And then he didn't respond. He didn't respond back. So I thought, I'll take that as a no. And I thought, well, I'll give him my YouTube channel, you know. So I sent him the YouTube channel. I went, you can take a look at me here on YouTube. It might put you off, lots of laughs. And then sent him the link. Because, like, you know, how rude not responding back to me. You know, how rude. So he's not that passionate about ghost hunting, is he? But I'd like to have gone and film with him. And like I say, he's a medium. So I would have liked to ask him questions while we're filming. While we're picking up supposedly spirit. You know, if he says I'm picking up a man here. He is gay, so like, but he's married. But he seems a nice bloke, you know, and I thought it'd be good, like, I probably wouldn't show the video, because like I say, I like to do things privately, then get to know them, and then like, if he wanted to go on camera, I'd have done it. when I stop getting these bloody cramps, I'll come. At the moment, I'm suffering with bloody pains in my legs. Today is the first day that I have felt a little bit better. And I got cramp in the gym. Or no, I started to get cramp in the gym. And I've been watching videos on Buddha, and I've been watching things on like Tai Chi, of like breathing exercises, stretches, and I've been doing it. I started. I think it was Wednesday. I started it Wednesday. Started looking at them. You know, because I've always wanted to learn how to really learn how to meditate, and I can't do it, or I thought I can't do it, because you've got all these people telling you how to meditate, and like try and think of nothing. To me, that's impossible, because your brain is thinking all the time. So your brain is so active, you cannot stop thinking about anything. You know, so I thought, like, I'll go and look at Buddha techniques. And I think this one bloke, he was on about like, he was explaining what meditation was. And his interpretation of it. What's this? I am going to Samba. They're all amazing. You know, I will let you know when I'm free. Because, like I've said to John and Lindsay, I want to get back into it. You know, I really do want to get back into ghost hunts. And I'm trying to get back in touch with the spiritual side of me as well. But I've seemed to be like, because I do like rant videos and the drama, and I seem to be losing that spiritual side of me, and I want to try to get it back. And like with all the aches and pains and everything of getting old, you know, and I've never given up my drinking, full stop. You know, when somebody says, give up your drinking, no. You know, I will not give up my drink, because I enjoy a drink. Yeah, I know it's Ben. Yes, I've been going into the spiritual side of me more. I've been doing no, I haven't been. I've been watching like Tai Chi videos about exercising, and I'm sorry, but my legs won't do what they do. I'm all right with the arms and like coming down, breathing and turning your arms and coming back up. You know, you do this with your breathing, and you can step this way and then step that way, and you know, I feel a bit of a plonk sometimes. You know, when I'm standing in my living room, I've got no curtains or no net curtains. You know, so the bloke in the flat at the side of me here, you know, he can see into my living room, and he can see me like doing these like breathing exercises, doing this like meditation. And like I say, this bloke says like, for meditation, he says, your mind's going to wander no matter what. Well, I already knew that. He says what you're meditating on is your breath. So when you breathe in, you know, like if I go, your stomach comes in, and then when you breathe out, you know, your chest comes out, and that's something to do with your bloody lungs anyway. And then he says it's something to do with sound as well. So as you're concentrating on your breathing in your meditation, but you're listening to sound. You know, be aware of your surroundings. That was it. Meditation is about awareness. The awareness of your surroundings, the awareness of your breath, of what your body is doing. So when you're meditating, that's what you're doing. You're meditating your awareness. Now, there'll be another video somewhere that contradicts what he says, isn't it? There's got to be another video that contradicts everything he says. But what he says made sense to me. And because it made sense, you know, I've started doing it. And I thought, yeah, he's right. You know, if you meditate, like if we go on ghost hunts and we just go 5 minutes into a ghost hunt and meditate and get to know our surroundings, we can hear all the little noises or whatever. We might hear somebody's voice, you know, we might hear a spirit voice, you know, in this meditation. And it does make sense to me. But at the same time, it's hard because you get distracted, don't you? You know, but like, I'm practicing it in the morning. I haven't practiced it in the evening so far, but I'll get there. But I'll do it in the morning. I'll sit down, I'll relax. I'll do like probably 5 minutes because that's before my mind starts wandering off. I know you can catch something called it. It's not just John Sixth Sense. It's Cops of Britain as well, you know. They're just as bad catching things all the time. Who did I see on Facebook that I haven't seen a long time? There's been that many posts now, so I probably wouldn't see it. But what's his bloody name? Cole. I saw Cole pop up. Yeah, I saw Cole pop up. What's his channel called? Paranormal. God, I can't remember his. But I thought, oh, that was it. Like, I thought, you know, we all slag John Sixth Sense off. But ever since he's done that, what you call it, that Working Man's Club for the Full Monty, what you call it, did it? Andy and Bex, they've done it. And that Cole has done it now. You know, that Cole has done that club. So it just shows you they all follow John Sixth Sense, don't they? They all follow him. I bet he's sitting there like, look, Jojo, they're following us, look, Jojo. They're all following us and they're slagging fucking off, don't they? They all slag us off, but they watch us. Look at them, they've all gone to that place. It was me that did it first. I did it first. You know, I can imagine him saying it. But they all do it. They all say we catch something. But like he did it, and then like say Bex and Andy did it, which I preferred their version, Bex and Andy's version. I think theirs was the ghost hunt, a proper ghost hunt. I didn't bother watching Andy's, not Andy's, Cole's. Can't think of his name. James Cole, isn't it? And his boyfriend, Andrew. You know. Oh, I'm reading YouTube now. That's it. I call him in book Full Monty and Sixpence. See, the problem about bloke is he doesn't know how to tell the truth. And I think if he just literally apologised and says, right, I'm keeping out the drama, which they can't, because I think it's like, what's this? Might call her in, but what an horrible thought. What's that? Not nice. Don't know what that is. According to Sixpence, their demons running all over the place. If you stop that nonsense, you know, and started investigating properly, you see, look, we're English, and we know we're English, right? And we know we are totally different to the Americans. I no disrespect to the Americans, but most of them have got big mouths and big egos. You know, they've got this attitude where they have to be first in everything. You see it in the films, you know, if you're not first, you're no one. You know, they've got that kind of attitude. You know, if you're not first, you're no one. You know what I mean? So like they've got to be number one. Now in the ghost hunting world, and you've got loads of them doing it in America, you know, they're going for the views and that. So like, but as English, we are refined, or supposed to be. But now we're trying to copy the Americans, aren't we? In the way we investigate. You know, we break into buildings now. We recce in the day, go and rip things off. Well, I say we, because I don't. And I know you don't, Ben. But there's lots of teams out there that go out and they rip things off to get in these buildings or whatever. And there's not that many really good teams that are honest. There's a few, like I say, you know, that pay to go on like private ghost hunts and that, and then show you the videos, which is good. But I just think ghost hunting is big business, and I understand it is a business and they have to make money, you know, but I think they could make a far better income if they lowered it, so more people could afford to go to it. But everything nowadays is get rich quick, isn't it? You know, get rich quick. And it does piss me off. You know, there's like go something that I want to go to that I can't afford. Or I do tell a lie. I can afford it. But I choose not to do it because I don't think it's worth it. You know, I don't mind paying the £30 mark. But when it comes to 16, 70 quid for a couple of hours work, like going to somewhere for 2 hours and they're charging like 60, 70 quid. And there's nothing, you're not guaranteed to cash anything. You know, so I wouldn't bother paying for it. If I was a bigger channel and I did have a lot of followers and whatever, and I was making money, and I mean decent money out of YouTube, then yeah, I'll probably do it. Probably I could afford it then. You know. Oh, my leg. Oh, it is all the time. It ain't cramp, it's itching. Oh. So, shall I go back to drama? Oh, that's another thing that I thought of this week as well. Because people are always going on about ranting now. You know, I thought I might change my channel name. GS Moaning. Let's all have a good moan, eh? So I thought of changing my channel to GS Moaning. You know, now everybody's. And then I wonder how many people will come on and saying we're having a good old moan. I don't watch GS, but I'm just coming on to moan. You know, the rant will go out the window and then they'll start saying moaning. So if you see my channel and I've changed the picture, you know, what I'm just having a look myself to remind myself of it. Yeah, it's called GS Rants YouTube channel. So if you see the picture and it says GS Moaning, you know, then you know I'm doing it to see how many people start saying the word moaning. I'm going to write the names down and I'm going to shout them out for being unoriginal, you know, because like when I did the drama, it was all like drama. Now I've done the rants, it's all rants. So I'll go into moaning and let's see how many people start saying, well, I'm having a good old moan now, you know, and I'm going to write the names down, and I'm going to shout them out because they've got no originality. They ain't got no brains to think of their like words for themselves. They have to nick them off other people. Like no sense. He hasn't got an original thing. He nicks off everybody. And then like he nicks the videos and stuff like that and shows other people's videos and then has the cheek to copyright you. You know, when he doesn't like your video on him, he has the cheek to copyright you. But he don't mind showing other people's videos, does he? You know, that pisses me off as well. God, look at me. I look like bloody Tintin. Oh, yeah, I'd have to go blonde instead of grey, wouldn't I? Right, is John still on? Lindsay? It's early, isn't it? I think I ought to come on a bit later, you know, about 11 o'clock. I might end this video and come on about 11 when I'm really pissed. You know, when I don't care what I say. So I can hardly bounce off you lot because you don't say out. You know, other channels, I don't know how they manage it, but you know, people ask them questions all the time. You lot are terrified to ask me a question. And I can't bounce off you. And then because I can't bounce off you, it makes it harder for me. And I think, oh, fuck it, I'll get drunk. You know, I'll let you watch me just get drunk. Well, I've read that out from Ben, according to Sixpence. There's demons running all over the place. And yeah, I know, mate. I've met them pricks as well. And I know all of their fake buddies. Talking about that, that was another person I saw today. I think I was watching yesterday. Brendan. I think Brendan did a live. Him and Kev Lamb. I thought it was quite good, actually. You know, they didn't have many people watching them like me. I think they had less than me, actually. No, I thought, and then I watched Tony Ferguson's live yesterday on Facebook. Yeah, I'm on Facebook now. Yeah, Tony Ferguson, Ghost Whispering, Ghost to Ghost Paranormal. And I watched that yesterday. Well, I thought I watched it live, but I wasn't sure if I did watch it live because it went off. No, never, because like, but I do like watching in here. How many people are I here? It just says you. 14. This I've got 14 viewers. If you scroll down a little bit on YouTube, where it says, ask me a question and I'll tell you no lies. And then it'll say GS Rants with my little picture. And it'll have 865 subscribers. Underneath that, if you watch it, it's got viewing now. Started streaming 66 minutes ago. And that's when it tells you, you can see how many views are in there. Michael Lewin Book. But because I'm doing it on StreamYards, and I'm watching it through StreamYards, in the top of my corner, on the left-hand side, I have live, and then it tells me the time, and then next to that it'll tell me like, now I've got 16 viewers, and that keeps, it goes up and down, up and down. You know, so when you think I've only had 16 views, when the video finishes and you think, oh God, so say the most views I've ever got, like on the live, was 21 views. So I think, like now, look, it's gone down to 14. I think I've only had 21 views. You know, I've been on for 3 hours and I've only got 21 views. It's wrong, because all the people that come in and go, you know, even if it's only for 1 second, it counts as a view. Or you went to the participants at the up and on the right. So up. Well, I haven't got that. I've just got StreamYards. Yeah, I've only got StreamYards when I go on YouTube. Yeah, so people pop in all the time. So by the time the video is finished, you probably have had 70, 80 viewers. And then, like, if you haven't had all your regulars in, you've had a bad night. If you've had your regulars in, you've had a good night. You know, if you want to show your shit, like with John 6 Cents, or you slag a popular. See, that's another thing that gets me with debunkers, right? When they moan. And they say, like, they're moaning. And they've had copyright strikes and stuff like that. And they've had takedowns. Well, and why are they surprised? You know, if you're going to slag somebody off, right, and it's not face to face like you in the streets where they can smack you in the face, is it? You know what I mean? It's not as if you're in the street and you meet another video creator that makes fake videos, and you go to them, oh, you make fake videos, and he goes, no, I don't. Check that, and bashes him. You know, there's no difference, is there? You know, you cannot talk about anybody and don't expect repercussion. You know what I mean? And then when they do get this like repercussion, they take it like as an insult to them. Like, I can slag you off, but you can't slag me off, kind of attitude. And you know, and I've just got this. If I slag anybody off, I expect them to come back at me, you know, full barrels. You know, and it wouldn't bother me. I wouldn't batter an eyelid. You know, I wouldn't lose sleep over it. Because when I first started, yeah, I did take it personal. Until I analysed it. Like the next day when I was sober, I analysed everything I do. And I think to myself, hang on a minute, if you didn't say anything about them, then they can't say anything about you. You know, if you don't show anything on YouTube, you don't show where you live, you don't show this, you don't show, they can't show it. But you're showing your life on YouTube, and it is always going to come back and bite you up the arse, you know, unless you delete all your videos, and that don't work because I still, you know, Proving Demons can do a live, and I can catch his live with his software I've got, and then when he's deleted it, I've still got it on my desktop, so I can show it. But he doesn't like me, and he's another one that started drinking on here. You know, I'll have a little bit of vodka, I'll have a little bit of coke, a little bit of vodka, a little bit of coke. You know, but that weasel will be nothing with that. And I've always said it, it'd be nothing without Margosh. If it weren't for Margosh and a couple of other big American YouTubers that shouted him out, it'd be nothing. It'd be probably like Mark Smith down the road. You know, because nobody would watch him. But because he got that big, because Margosh shouted him out, and I think my fam as well, and a few others, hello Shire, you know, and he got that big. And now YouTube's like promoting him a bit more, promotes him more than they would me because of my viewership. But like, he's another John Sixcent, another romancer, another liar. He's been in the American mafia, eh? And like, he's done this, he's what he was, and he's admitted it. He was a drug addict, and I'll give him credit where credit's due. It's knocked it on the head, and that's where it should end. You know, nobody should call him unless they're praising him because he's kicked the habit, which he has. So this is why I wouldn't call him. I will praise him, but I'll still call him for what he is, a fucking idiot. But I'll praise him for backing up the drugs. I'll praise him for having that addiction, and he's cleaned himself up. And it does take a lot, you know, to come off like heroin or smack cocaine or whatever it is. And people shouldn't dish him for that. You know, they used to say things about his yellow teeth. I think I probably have. Although I can't remember if I have or not, but I'll say I have. So just in case anybody wants to pull me up on it, you know, that I can refer back to this video. God, a lot of you dox themselves. They do dox themselves. And then they cry and say, this person stalks me. But they haven't. They've done it themselves. They've probably done it accidentally or whatever. But you're putting your life out in the YouTube land like you do on Facebook. You know, I was out last week with Clive. I was out with a couple of girls. One of the girls was married. Clive says to me, I won't say I'm out with you. I won't tag you. I went, yes, don't, Clive. You know, because the girl's married. Her husband sees that she's out with two blokes, two girls, makes 2 and 2, 25, you know, because there was nothing cracking up at all. It was just a drink. You know, the girl didn't know, like, I was going to turn up. She thought she was just going out with Clive and another girl. And then I turned up, and then another 2 girls turned up. But that information I've put out there now, I've put that information out there on YouTube. Now, if anybody wants to use it or slag me off or whatever, you know, or turn it into what it isn't, which people do, then I can't slag them off because I have put it out there. Me, I'm the only one at fault, no one else. And like I say, this is what gets me with like the YouTube world. If you're going to upset, like I said many times, your favourite YouTuber, and I don't know what you watch or whatever, but you must have a favourite YouTuber besides me, you know, and somebody says something nasty about him, do you go and write another comment? Do you go and write a nasty comment? No, I think that's wrong. You know, I certainly do think it's wrong. I think you should just let it go and don't let it bother you. You know, the YouTuber in question, you know, that makes his videos. If he doesn't like it, then he's got two choices, hasn't he? He can either pat the YouTube in or he can take it on the chin. But they don't. They come on crying. They come on, he's bullying me, he's doing that. And that's what upsets me. You know, because like you're putting your life in your hands of people like you, the viewer. And you viewers can be quite nasty sometimes. I made a video this week and I haven't put it up because I don't put them up no more. You know, in the words of John Sixpence, I forgot what it says now because I'm a bit drunk. But like, I know if I put a video up and he doesn't like it, it's gonna copyright it. So I think to myself, I'm not going to waste my time making a video on him. I'll talk about him all the time. I'll talk about him live. I won't talk about him and make a video talking about him and show his face or whatever, because at the end of the day, he can still claim that video as his. Even though it's mine, he can still claim it's his. And then I have to like counter strike it and go, and I just cannot be bothered to do it. I'd just rather slag him off live, like I do with all YouTubers. You know, I'd rather slag them off live because they all say, and this is what gets me as well, right? They all say they don't do it for the money. Now, can you not believe that? They don't do it for the money. I don't do it for the money. I do it for my fans. My fans want me. My fans want me here. I don't do it for the money. Right? So, all right, you don't do it for the money. I think the adverts come up anyway, whether you turn your ad revenue off or not. I think you'll still get ads on your video. I don't really know. I've never looked into it. But maybe I should. But they all turn on Super Chat, don't they? But they've all said they don't do it for the money. But they all have got the Super Chat on. So if they're not doing it for the money, why have they got the Super Chats on? Oh, guys, thank you for the $20. Oh, I'm not doing it for the $20. So why have you got the Super Chat on? You know, you can turn it off. You don't have to put it on. And this is why I do slag them off. because they're just trying to fool you. Why do they go live? They go live because they can put the super chat on, talk a load of garbage, like I do when we drink, talk a load of garbage, and get paid for it. You know, if they don't want to do it, they should turn the super chat on. Don't do the live without the super chat. Better still, do what I did. Delete your bloody channel and start again, and then show people that you're not doing it for the money. Now, I used to make a good living. Want a lot of money, but it was a lot of money to me. You know, I could make like £200 a month, £250 a month, and I used to on my drama channel before I deleted it. With the super chats, the ad revenue, I could make £200 to £250 a month, and it's all I'm doing is what I'm doing now. I'm doing nothing else except for I used to do drama, you know, and then I used to make videos of like drama. But then I'll come on at a Saturday night and get absolutely wasted, and just watch the money rolling. And then, like, when I was sober and I watched the video back and I saw that, and I thought to myself, like, you know, I'm no better than what these people are. And then one night, in a drunkard state, the conscience got the better of me, and I deleted the channel. And Clive always says to me, I was an idiot. So YouTubers always do it for the money. So when they tell you they don't do it for the money, don't believe them, because we all do it. And I'll class myself in that. I do it for the money, even though I don't get any money. You know, I don't get any donations. I don't get no PayPal support. You know, I get nothing. I have to spend about 18 quid a week to entertain you for a night or maybe a couple of nights. You know, I buy my bourbon, I buy it. I buy the cheapest bourbon, mind you, unless I can't get it, and then I have to buy an expensive bottle. Well, I say expensive. I think it's gone up now, ain't it? The government put it up, didn't they? What did it cost me? Cost me 12.5 quid for the bottle. So I think the government put it up, didn't they? And I don't know how much I pay now because I haven't looked at the receipt. But I reckon I pay about, if they put it up a quid, I'll probably pay an extra quid for the bourbon. So instead of that £12.69 or 79 or whatever it is, I'll pay an extra quid for it. There you go, my viewership's going down again. And this is what I love about YouTube, it goes up and down, up and down. You know, nine now. Oh, 9. Oh. If I was to talk about John Sixcents all the time, and like I say, proving demons, coal, You know, because he's another nasty little prick, he is. As much as I like him, he's still a nasty little prick. You know. But like he uses like his gayness. He uses it to his advantage. He'll call you homophobic or whatever. You know, even though the person really isn't homophobic. But just said something that he doesn't like and he uses it. I've seen him do it in his videos. You know, I think he went out one night and he got a good bashing. And he called it an homophobic bashing. No, I don't think it was an homophobic bashing. I think the little shit got too cocky with his mouth like he does on YouTube. Some twat like me went to him, shut up. And then he gives his gob like he does on YouTube and then give him a bashing for it. And because he got a bashing for it, he makes it out it was homophobic. And no, it wasn't. It was just because he's got a big gob and he doesn't know when to shut up. You know. But he made a video about it. And I was reading all the, oh, how awful, Cole. You know, these people are terrible, Cole. And then I thought, are you lot fucking real? You know what his mouth's like. You know, probably lashed it out, him and that Andrew, giving it on the big one, you know, coming out of a club or whatever. You know, and they got a bashing for it because they got big gobs. No homophobic in it at all. But they made out it was. You know, I've drank in gay clubs and everything, and I've never seen any homophobic bashings. I go into a straight pub, and there's fights left, right, and centre. See, I was brought up with a mother that taught me that I have to respect everybody, you know, no matter what colour they are, no matter what indifferences, I had to respect them. My dad, on the other hand, was totally different. You call a spade, you know, that was my dad. You call him a spade, a spade. Right. So let's go on to a serious topic. Oh, a very serious topic. I heard Jim Davison. I was watching one of his videos, and I thought, yes, Jim. Yes, you make good sense there, Jim. That's a good idea. Right, the boat people. Everybody's moaning, you know, because you give them free accommodations, free this, free that. You know, it's costing his money as well. I'm not one of them no more. I'm not a taxpayer anymore. I'm just a tax Scrooger. You know, I've money for nothing now, aren't I? Even though I'm 63 and I've spent all my life paying tax, which is probably a lie. You know, because there's some times when I've been on the dole, you know, and probably forgot about it. You know, because as you get older, your brain goes, don't it? But like, it says all these people that come on the boats, it says let them come. Let them, don't stop them. Let them come. All right, and when they get over here, let them hitchhike to wherever they want to go. You know, maybe they've got family over here, maybe they haven't, maybe they're living in the streets or whatever. Maybe they'll do a bit of crime. It says, but don't give them anything. Don't give them a penny. Give them nothing. which I think is a good idea, you know, because basically, right, they're going to make telephone calls back to the friends in France or wherever they come from, so you don't bother coming over to England, because if you do, you won't get out. You know, you get nothing. You've got no doctor. You've got nothing. You know, which makes very good sense to me. So let them come over here, let them go whatever, but they'll get nothing. They'll get no dentist, they'll get no doctor, no money, nothing. And then when they do claim asylum, you say to them, right, we want an address. But I can't give you an address because, well, I've got no money. Well, we want an address. You know, first to process, we need all your details, and they'll probably will give them all the proper details, you know, once they've lived over here for nothing and they're scrounging out of bins. And then when they get done for crime, they'll go to prison. And then when they do go to prison, you know, just give them a meal a day, you know, because that's what they used to anyway, aren't they? So they can't moan. Because they've already said what the, you know, we are, what you call it, refugees or whatever they are. But I've had enough of them. You know, I see people in the streets and that, just tossing around. Yeah, most of them are drug addicts and they've got no respect for themselves at that particular stage in life, which they haven't. Half of the people in the streets want to be in the streets because when you put them into shelters, they can't abide by the rules. Either they fight, they still take the drugs, they still take the alcohol, you know, they abused wherever they're living, so they get kicked out and they're back on the streets. You know, that's their fault. It's no one else's fault but their own. You know, so I have no sympathy for that. But I do have sympathy for some people that are on the streets that haven't got, like, no chance. So nobody's saying out about the boat people. Can we slag the Labour Party off? Can we slag the Conservatives off? Anybody know anything about Tim Rice, the Reform Party? So you don't want to slag the government off? Well, there's nothing else I can really talk about, is there? So on that note of going, you just left me speechless. So have a good night. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you in my next video. I just hope it ain't been as boring as tonight where nobody speaks.